Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Elskinu from Bemis Crafty Corner. Today we're going to do this. We seem to have lost a pair of scissors. Oh well, we'll find them. Okay, so we're going to do this. So this was a viewer request. The original video that was sent to me is going to be linked in the description box below. And it is just this little one-sheet wonder kind of thing. And so you have a pocket over here, and then you have a pocket here, and a pocket up here. And this one could actually go all the way down if you wanted it to. And then there's this pocket over here. Okay? So that's it. It's a little one-sheet wonder, and you can decorate it any way you want. I'm going to get out supplies. I'll be right back. Alrighty. So, adhesive, ink and a dauber if you want, a trimmer, and one sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper. So let's get rid of the trimmer real quick because we're not going to need that for the first part. First thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. Okay. Alright, so now this should be 5.5 inches. So we're going to cut it down to 5.5 inches. I'm not even going to use the trimmer. I'm just going to cut it on the board. It just makes my life easier. Okay. So we're going to cut this to 5.5 inches. And we're going to save that. And this is going to be our piece. So we're going to open it up, and we're going to take the right side, and we're going to fold it almost to the original crease. Give yourself about 1/8 of an inch. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Both sides, fold them in about 1/8 of an inch from the center crease. This is so easy. Now, put that to the side. I'm going to take this piece and we're going to cut it on that center crease. Just like that. And then we're going to take one of these. We're going to cut it in half. So at 2 3/4, cut it in half. So now we have those pieces. Okay? Alright, so that's all of our cutting. I'll be back. We're going to go through how to put everything together and what we're going to do with everything. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to do some inking and things, but before we do that, we want to take our two pieces, our two little squares, put them together, put a little finger pull in there, about halfway. Same thing with this flap on the left, about halfway. Okay, and then this little piece, we're going to kind of put that in there, and I'll show you what you're going to find. See that? So we're going to cut just a little bit off of this. Alright? And then we're going to put a finger notch in. So now that we have all that done, we're going to do some inking. We're going to ink around our pockets. We're going to ink around the outside, all of our folds, all of our edges, inside and out. Once you have that all done, come on back and we'll put the whole thing together. This is simple, easy peasy. Okay, so I'm all done with inking. We're going to assemble. So we're going to take the side that we put the finger notch in. We're going to put a little bit of glue across the bottom and up the outside to make a pocket. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fold that in. glue it down. Now I'm not going to give you size and dimensions for tags here because everybody's going to use a little bit different amounts of glue, and it's going to be a little different. So, you know, that's subjected to what you do. And we're going to take the long one. We're going to come over here and we're just going to kind of line this up just like that. We're going to go ahead and put this one in. Down one side. Across the bottom. Up the other side. Glue it down. Then we're going to work on this inside. Now, we're going to put the top pocket in first, okay? And this is where you make a decision if you want to have another long tag. If you want this tag to be able to go all the way down, then just glue on the two sides. But if you're going to use short tags, then, you know, you can glue it like a normal pocket and go all the way down. I'm going to make this one for another tall tag. So, I'm just going to line up the top and my two sides. Just like that. Put those down, and then I'm going to go ahead and do all three sides on this one. I'm going to let this dry. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have this little tag here, and this one measures, let's see, 4 1/4, and it works right there. And then I have this one, which measures at about 5, which I let the pocket go all the way down, so that one fits in there just perfect. And I have this one. I'm not sure if I want to let this hang out a little bit at the top or if I want to trim it down, but I left it a little bit long. And then this one over here is 5 inches by just about 2 1/4, and it just fits right in there snug. And you have to have this fit inside because if it hangs out, you won't be able to fold this flap. Okay, so that is the original piece. Okay, but I looked at this and I said, you know, when it's folded, it is 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. It's not very big. Fits in a pocket. Let's go ahead and grab our original. It fits in a pocket, so you can take it out. But if you want this to be, you know, a piece that you can stitch in and have it flip open, well, then it's going to have to be bigger than this. So we're going to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, so to make this bigger, I need bigger paper. So this is a sheet of 12 by 12. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this to 6 by 12. You following? Good. Okay. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way, and then I'll be back and we'll walk through the rest of this. Okay, so since we want this to be bigger than the original, we're not going to fold it in half and then fold it, because that would give us like 3 inches, and it's, you know, not much bigger than what we already have. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to score this on our outside piece at 4, and then flip it over and do it at 4 again. okay? But the original had 4. Yes, I know. Because it had one more that folded over, but we're not going to do that. All right, so we're going to fold on our score lines. Go ahead and burnish our folds. Okay, and we just want to make sure that we can still fold the 3 pieces neatly. All right, and then we're going to set this to the side. We're going to bring in the other piece. Now our sections are 4 inches. So we're going to cut this into 3 pieces that are 4 inches. 1, 2, and this will give us 3. Now, for our outside pocket, we know that that has to be slightly smaller. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4. And I'm just going to skim a little bit off the end. That's going to be our right-hand pocket. 2 pockets in the middle. Well, we know that this is 6 inches, so we're going to cut these at 3. But again, because we need to make a little bit of room, we're just going to take off about 1/8 of an inch. Okay? That. Tiny little bit, okay? Then we're going to take this down to 3 inches. That's going to be our 2 inside middle pockets. This is going to be our flap, okay? And again, we just want to take off about 1/8 of an inch, just a scant amount. All right, that's our waist. We'll get rid of it. When I come back, we're going to assemble, okay? Now, if you want to ink, do your inking. I know these 2 pockets have to go in the middle, and I know that they need to have a finger pull, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And this is my side pocket, so I'm going to do that. And this one is my little pocket that goes on the far right, so I'm going to do this one as well. Okay? Now, if I'm going to ink, I'm going to do that at this point. I will ink all the way around, inside and out, and my pieces, okay? I'll be back. Okay, so I went ahead and I inked it. Now, normally I wouldn't ink this because, you know, but because it makes it easier for you guys to see the lines, I inked it. So, we're going to start on the left, making sure that, you know, my image is in the right direction here. And I'm just going to glue my pocket in. So instead of flipping it over on its side, no. So instead of gluing it, you know, flipping it in and gluing it, we are just using a piece from the bottom to make for the top. So still a one sheet wonder because we have not used anything but the original sheet. All right, so this piece is going to go on this side. Now remember, we trimmed it down a little bit so that we could make it all fit, you know. This piece is going to go over here. So we're going to go ahead and get that glued in. And then we're going to do these 2 pockets, okay? So the first one we're going to do, we're going to put all the way at the bottom. We're going to glue it in like a regular pocket. And I'm going to bring it up about 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to put this one on. Silly bird. I got to do the top one first. Hold on. All right, down the side. I keep forgetting that I have to do the top one first because I want that one to be, you know, layered. All right, so we're bringing this down about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to put it in, and then I'm going to glue this one in. See how this works? Still has a little bit of glue on it, but we'll add a little more. And then this one comes down here. And you want to just make sure that these overlap. And if you bring it down 1/4 and up at about 1/4, you end up with about 1/2 an inch overlap. Yay! All right, so now that is going to give you a tall pocket over here, a tall pocket in the back here, a short pocket in the front, and your pocket over on this side, okay? Which I'm not going to play with. Here we go. Look, there's a pocket. This folds in, this folds over, and this piece now measures 6 inches by 4. Okay? So that's it. That's the 2 pieces. This was a viewer request. Someone sent me a video and said, hey, I like this. Could you give me a tutorial on it? And could you maybe make it a little bigger? I got small, I got medium. You know, I made it bigger. I may even make a large out of this. We don't know. But I could do it. I could do it with a file folder. But that's it. That's what I've got for you today. My appreciation to the person who sent in the suggestion. I will be sending them these projects. And I will make sure that I list the video in the description that this came from. But that's it. That's all I've got for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment or to reach out to me through Facebook or through email, and I will be happy to answer your questions for you. Until I see you again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, doesn't hurt, doesn't make a centipede crawl across your face, no spiders will be in your bed, no horrible stuff, no good luck either. It just, you just do it. You do it and, you know, you feel good for a second. I'm happy about it. But other than that, you know, no real effect on your life. What else? Check out the community tab here on the YouTube. Go on over to the Facebook group. There's links in the description box below. Till the next time, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.